Welcome back. The UP braces up to face a political storm over its FDI policy, with Mamta's 72-hour deadline for reversal of FDI and LPG and fuel prices ending today. But sources are confirming that while Mamta is keen on withdrawing ministers from the government, there are two opinions within the party on pulling out. Though the TMC has not confirmed on whether they will pull out its ministers from the UPA, the government is cornered with the possibility of an early poll. According to sources, the Prime Minister's office is set to play an active role in looking for a solution. They also say that the Prime Minister may talk to Mamta and find a middle ground to resolve the issue.
ममता बनर्जी दो हाथ में लड्डू वाली नीति वो अपनाना चाह रहे हैं और इसलिए उनकी अपनी क्रेडिबिलिटी इस संबंध में उस पर प्रश्न चिन्ह जरूर लग रहा है। हमने कहा ये नूरा कुश्ती के अलावा कुछ नहीं है, ये बिल्कुल सरकार में है, सरकार के हर नीति की वो जिम्मेदार है, सरकार उनके समर्थन पर निर्भर है।
So she realizes that every increase in price does put a burden on the common man. I'm confident that state governments are going to try and lessen the burden by rationalizing taxes, but she does realize that. But let me reiterate time and again that Mamta Banerjee is one of our esteemed colleagues in the UPA government. The UPA government is in place because of alliance partners like the TMC, the DMK, the NCP, the National Conference and other smaller groups. So it is not undermining the position of anybody, and I'm confident that tomorrow, after discussing with her members of parliament, they will, I hope, they will pay special attention to all what the Prime Minister has said over the last 2-3 days.
मतभेद किन्हीं मुद्दों पे हो सकते हैं जैसे एफडीआई रिटेल पे, लेकिन मनभेद नहीं है। आपने ये महसूस किया होगा कि इस मुद्दे पे तो एक विरोध की बात है, लेकिन समर्थन की बात, सहयोग की बात पे कोई इस तरह से मुखर नहीं है, क्योंकि वो समझते हैं कि हम इस देश में अगर हमने कांग्रेस यूपीए को सपोर्ट किया है तो हमने सांप्रदायिकता, फिरका परस्त ताकतों को सत्ता में आने से रोका।
We understand and we appreciate the compulsions of our other allies, and we expect them to also understand our compulsions and our limitations.
And reactions have been pouring in heavily across the nation over the government's move to push reforms through FDI and fuel price hike. There has been strong opposition from anti-Congress government states. Let's listen in.
बिहार में एफडीआई रिटेल में इजाजत देने का प्रश्न है, क्योंकि हम लोगों के मन में आशंका है कि इससे हमारे सारे खुदरा व्यवसायी बेरोजगार हो जाए, और दूसरी आशंका है कि अंततोगत्वा ये किसान को गुलाम बना।
20 तारीख को भारत बंद कर रहे हैं और उस भारत बंद के तहत देश के कोने कोने से एक ही आवाज उठेगी कि इस डॉलरी साजिश के षड्यंत्र का मुंह तोड़ जवाब जनता देगी, और एक ही साजिश उठेगी कि इस देश की अर्थव्यवस्था स्वदेशी अर्थव्यवस्था चलेगी, विदेशी अर्थव्यवस्था नहीं चलेगी। इस देश को स्वदेशी बाजार चलाएगा, विदेशी बाजार नहीं चलाएगा।
एफडीआई से पूरे देश को फायदा होगा, बाहर से इन्वेस्टमेंट आएगा, और ये गलतफहमी दूर करनी चाहिए कि जो छोटे दुकानदार हैं उनको इस बात का नुकसान होगा। पूरे देश के अंदर 10 लाख से ज्यादा आबादी वाले शहर 53-54 शहर हैं। एफडीआई रिटेल की इजाजत सिर्फ उन्हीं शहरों के अंदर है जिसकी आबादी 10 लाख से ज्यादा है।
अगर भारत का निवेश करने वाला रिटेल चेन अगर किसी भी प्रदेश में जाकर, राज्य में जाकर दुकान अपना लगा सकता है, तो वॉलमार्ट को ये रोक नहीं सकते, क्योंकि इनकी संधि है केंद्र सरकार की 82 कंट्रीज के साथ, और वो इन्वेस्टमेंट ट्रीटी में उनको नेशनल ट्रीटमेंट देने का वचन है। बहुत राज्यों को भी सबको लगने लगा है कि भाई राज्य तय करेगा आपने यहाँ खोलेंगे नहीं खोलेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होगा।
ये एफडीआई रिटेल में किसके कहने पर और मनमोहन सिंह की जो दलील है इसके पीछे, किसानों का फायदा होगा। अरे आप हिंदुस्तान की सरकार है, आप किसानों की रक्षा कर नहीं सकते, किसान आत्महत्या कर रहे हैं और आप ये भरोसा दिला रहे हैं कि कोई वॉलमार्ट आके, कोई विदेशी अमेरिकी कंपनी आकर हमारे किसान को बचाएंगे। जबकि ब्रिटिश साम्राज्य के टाइम में जो दलील देते थे, वही दलील आज हमें अपने प्रधानमंत्री से सुनना है क्या? तो हर प्रदेश में आंदोलन का एक रूपरेखा भी तैयार हो रहा है। कहीं हड़ताल होगी, कहीं जुलूस, जल्द से जेल भरो, सब चलेगा।
On to updates from the coal scam, where the CBI questioned the director of AMR Iron and Steel, Arvind Jaiswal, in connection with its probe in the coal allocation scam. Jaiswal's company is connected to Congress MP Vijay Datta, in which he is a partner. Mr. Datta is also an accused in the case. The CBI has accused Mr. Jaiswal and Mr. Datta of misleading the government while applying for coal block allocations. The company inflated its net worth, gave false information and also lied about the fact that it had a previous allocation. The government has decided to deallocate one more mine, Gaurangdi ABC, jointly given to GSW Steel and Himachal EMTA, besides deduction of bank guarantees of 2 allottees for failing to develop mines within time. This follows the recommendation made by the interministerial group, which is scrutinizing 29 blocks awarded to the private parties. Out of the total, 58 which were given show cause notices for delays in development, and some of these find mention in the CAG report. With this, the government has approved cancellation of licenses of 5 coal blocks out of a total 7 recommended by the interministerial group so far. On to the Arushi murder case, where the Supreme Court has granted bail to dentist Nupur Talwar. Mrs. Talwar and her husband Rajesh, also a dentist, are accused of killing their 14-year-old daughter Arushi and their domestic help Hemraj at their home in Noida in May 2008. Rajesh Talwar is already out on bail.
The trial court has been directed कि उसकी जमानत 25 तारीख को की जाए. She will therefore have to file bonds to the satisfaction of the trial court on the 25th of this month. Till the 25th, the CBI is directed to produce whichever witness they want to on a daily basis, weekly basis, any number, including the 2 witnesses they couldn't examine. But the Supreme Court has made it clear that whether they examine those witnesses or not, Nupur Talwar will be released on bail on the 25th of September.
Aiming a jibe at Congress General Secretary Rahul Gandhi, Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi said that Rahul was just not a national leader but an international leader and can contest elections in Italy as well. Congress spokesperson Rashid Alvi had last week made a comment when he was asked whether the forthcoming election in Gujarat would be a Modi versus Rahul. He had said that comparison could not be made as Rahul was Congress's national leader while Modi a regional leader of Gujarat. Over to news from Bihar. BJP pointedly celebrated the birthday of party leader Narendra Modi, who has been virtually banned from the state by Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. He said that the ceremony for the BJP leader's 62nd birthday, organized by Senior Minister Giriraj Singh, did not perturb him, but said that he did regret not getting a piece of cake. Mr. Singh, who is the Animal Husbandry and Fisheries Minister and a vocal supporter of Mr. Modi, cut a 62 kg cake at the BJP office. He described Mr. Modi as a builder of the nation and said that many in the country would want to see Mr. Modi run for Prime Minister. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Kiran Kumar Reddy categorically ruled out passing a resolution in the Assembly seeking creation of separate Telangana. Questioned about the then Union Minister P. Chidambaram's statement on the 9th of December 2009 that the process for creation of Telangana would be initiated after a resolution in the Assembly, Kiran remarked that it was a sensitive issue and that no one could force the centre to take a decision on the bifurcation of the state. It's another short break for now, but we will be right back soon.